Hello and welcome back to the Football Pyramid. It is the final ever run of Season 2. We've got Patrick van Straaten and Michael McCubbin here, two contestants. They'll be taking on 8 questions of ascending difficulty, 3 lifelines. You know the rules by now. It is the final, Patrick. You dispatched Chris Hamill. Well, I say dispatched. It was, I think it came down to the final question, but you put him aside, and now you've got Mikey. How are you feeling?
I'm tenser now. With Chris, you've just got to wait long enough for him to beat himself. But with McCubbin, by the way, can I just go back to you saying you know the rules by now? Because I feel like every week you have to explain the rules to me.
True.
But yeah, I'm pumped, Doogie. I'm pumped.
Good stuff. Mikey, I feel like you've taken on Hamill in a lot more finals than you have Pat. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think so. Me and Hamill have had a bit of to and fro in terms of, I think we've kind of pretty much got a 50-50 record against each other. I feel like I've never beaten Patrick in the spaceship, but I don't think we've actually met in the pyramid.
Yeah, I don't think we
have.
have.
I've got an 100% record here that I'm trying to upkeep.
Really?
This is the biggest challenge. This is obviously the biggest challenge. So yeah.
Do you mean a 100% win record or like 100% completing the pyramid?
Nah, 100% win record. Completing the pyramid. That would be mad. That would be mad. It's actually took me a long time to complete the pyramid, but I've done it a few times now, I think. So,
yeah, I think.
Anyway,
I think both of you have. I think both of you are top of the most amount of completions, if that makes sense. So it should be a high quality episode. I don't count either of you as the underdog, but seeing as McCubbs is wearing a Barcelona shirt, and I'm a bit annoyed with Barcelona at the moment. Pat, even, I will give you the choice, left or right hand for the USB thingy.
Left, please.
It is left. Would you like to go first or second?
I will go first.
Okay, here we go. All right, Pat, first question comes in the National League from Jake Leatherhead, and it's who is the current manager of West Ham, David Moyes, Rio Ferdinand, Carlton Cole, or Mark Noble?
It's David Moyes.
David, correct. Into League 2. McCubbs, your question comes in from Joel Jedina NG. Which of these clubs hasn't won the Champions League? Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, or Chelsea?
That is Arsenal, Dukes.
Correct, yes. I think 2006 was the great chance, unfortunately, but maybe they'll get another one in the future. Pat, your question comes in from Fraser Jackson in League 2. Which of these managers has not managed in Scotland? Ange Postecoglou, Walter Smith, Sean Dyche, or Sir Alex Ferguson?
Sean Dyche, I believe that is.
The Worm Eater, correct. Lovely stuff. McCubbs, your question comes in from Rory Hutchison. Who broke Ali Dyer's international goal-scoring record recently? Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, or Paul McShane?
I think that's got to be Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
Correct. Well done. Into League 1. Well done, lads. No errors so far. Very smooth. Pat, your question comes in from Jake Leatherhead. Who has won the most Serie A titles in history? A. Inter Milan, B. Bologna, C. Juventus, or D. Torino?
I think it is Juventus, but I know Inter have a lot, man. Oh, God. Juventus.
Locking that in?
Sure.
Correct, into the championship. Well done.
Always a good sign when, like, question 3, you're like, ooh.
McCubbs, your question comes in from Dominic Cassieri, regular contributor. Thank you very much, Dominic. Where did Hugo Lloris play before Spurs? Lyon, Lille, Montpellier, or Nantes?
I think it was Lyon. I'm pretty sure it was Lyon. I'm going to go with Lyon.
Correct as well, into the championship. Woo, you guys make me nervous. Okay, we're into the championship.
This is a rapid final.
Yeah, this is going to be a classic 4-minute episode.
It always takes ages at the end. Trust me.
Well, especially Pat, when we can't call McCubbin. So everyone wants to call you McCubbs, but we all just end up like having to settle for like Joe or some nonsense.
Yeah, I feel like people tend to try and ring both of us, and we're never around. Like, there's the amount of times I've had like a missed call off Doogie when I've been in like the shower on a Wednesday morning.
We're going to have to like conference call the editorial meeting, I've realised, if we need any help.
Right, Pat, your question in the championship comes in from Owen Webster. Who wears number 30 for PSG? Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, or Draxler?
That is Lionel Messi. And look, I'm not a number, fundamentalist, but it is wrong. It is 100% wrong seeing Messi wearing 30.
It's a bit freakish, isn't it? But you are correct. Well done. into the Prem. Yeah, I'm not a numbers guy either. Can never remember who wears what. I just don't look at them. McCubbs, your question comes in from Tyrone Chambers. Who is the only nation to appear at every World Cup? Germany, Argentina, Brazil, or Spain?
Ooh, that is a tough one. But I'm pretty sure it's Brazil. I feel like this has come up in trivia before. I'm going to say Brazil.
Locking it in?
Yes.
McCubbs, you were in the championship. You've gone with C Brazil. And you needn't have worried. I was just pulling your leg. You're going up to the Prem.
Oh,
sweet.
Adding a little drama there. Okay, this is where it ramps up in the Prem. You've got 4 questions left, lads, and you've got 3 lifelines. Strong start so far. Pat, your question comes in from Ryan Hall. Who has won the most England caps, or who has won more England caps out of this list, I should have said?
yikes.
Gerrard, Lampard, Terry, or Scholes?
All right.
That's tough.
Well, I don't think it's Terry or Scholes. It's Lampard or Gerrard, I think. Gerrard played pretty late on. And I think... Oh, God. But Lampard was so consistent and just, like, never injured. Do I do a 50-50? It would just give me Gerrard Lampard, won't it? Knowing Doogie.
Maybe, maybe not.
Almost definitely.
Definitely. Can I have a clue?
Sure. Your clue is he scored 21 goals for England.
Okay, that's absolutely useless to me. 21 goals for England. That doesn't help at all, Doogie.
Well, I think one of them has scored a few more than that.
Well, Lampard, I guess, is more of a scorer.
Yeah.
Historically. So I'm going to go for Gerrard. Why not?
Yeah, I feel like that's an extra clue there from Diggs.
Oh, Pat, you went with A. Steven Gerrard. And you were right, well done. You're going up to the Europa League.
Skin of my teeth.
Adjudication panel, I think McCubbs is a bit cross with that. Did I give him a leg up there? Maybe.
Probably.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right, McCubbs, you are due.
I'm not going to make a drama out of it. I'm not Sam or Henry, so
you are due
we're
an
gentlemen
additional
here.
mini clue if I can engineer one.
At this level, you know,
in
we
the
don't need to
final of all
quibble over
things.
this sort of nonsense.
McCubbs, you're in the Premier League. You've been slightly hard done by, but I back you. Your question comes in from J.142N. Who was the first non-European to win the Ballon d'Or? A. George Weah, B. Ronaldo, C. Rivaldo, or D. Romario?
God, I believe it was George Weah. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say George Weah.
You locking that in?
Yeah.
Cubs, you were in the Premier League. You've gone with George Weah, and you're straight up to the Europa League.
Nice.
No need for the extra clue there. Okay. Here we go, lads. We're in the Europa League. Pat, you've got 2 lifelines. McCubbs, you've got 3.5 lifelines remaining. Pat, your question comes in from _ the last dino. How many Champions League finals have Bayern been in this century? 3, 4, 5, or 6?
I reckon I can work this out, Diggs. So they won in like 2001 or something. They won in like a couple of years ago. They won in 2013. They lost in 2012. So we're already at 4. I think the only final they've lost. The only final they've lost, I think, is that Chelsea one, as I recall. Christ, who was that? Okay, so I think it is Valencia, Chelsea, Dortmund, PSG. I think that's it. So I think it's 4. So is that B? 4?
You went with B4. Pat, you were in the Europa League. You've gone with B4. And you won't be completing the show today, I'm afraid. You forgot the one against Inter Milan, 2010.
Oh, the fake one. The Mourinho one. Oh.
The Mourinho one, Diego Milito. That is annoying.
Balls.
I thought you got all the way up to like 2006-07 out loud, and then you just sort of skipped a bit, or didn't go for the final ones.
I yada-yada'd the rest. It didn't work for me, Diggs.
Oh. Well, it's left the door ajar for McCubbs to go one question ahead with this next one. It comes in from Hamish. How many Premier League appearances did Leroy Sane make for Man City in his final season there?
That's a mental question. Can I just say that's a mental question?
0, 1, 5, or 10?
Oh God. his final season because he got injured in the Community Shield, didn't he? Premier League appearances, are we talking?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was it? What, so 0, 1, 5 or 10?
Do you have any Leroy Sane fans that you could call, or maybe use a clue?
Yeah, you do actually have Wayno here.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking James, but I don't know if James's City knowledge is that like deep, but like he might remember Sane playing in that final season. To be fair, if he remembers him playing a game, then yeah. But then, do I want to save it for another question? At the same
eternal
time,
question.
At the same time, like the clue probably isn't of use in this question. I don't think, and I think might be more useful in another question. Like the clue's the best one, I think. Let's give James a ring. Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
All right,
Yeah,
Wayno.
Morning.
Wayno, you're on the football pyramid.
Oh God, I wasn't expecting this.
How are you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, good. So you're trying to help out McCubbs. He's in the Europa League. He needs this question to go ahead of Pat, but he's got a sort of Leroy Sane related question. So he thought you might know. It's how many Premier League appearances did Leroy Sane make for Man City in his final season there? So Premier League appearances for Sane's final season at Man City. 0, 1, 5 or 10. And he hasn't eliminated 5 or 10, but he thinks it's 0 or 1.
Yeah, because it was the season where he got that injury in the Community Shield against Liverpool, wasn't it? Oh, that's really tough. I can imagine that we tried to squeeze him out for a medal. So what were the two, the highest options, 5 and 10?
5 and 10.
Oh God, this is really tough. I know he was injured the majority of the season, but I can imagine that we tried to get him a medal.
What, on his crutches?
They didn't. You didn't win the Premier League that season, though. Remember that. So there was no need for a medal.
True, that is a good point. McCubbs is saying in my ears, which you can't hear, that you guys didn't actually win the Prem that year.
Did we not? Okay then. Well, I guess not then.
That's a classic City. Not been the Prem that year. Huh? You know what? I'm gonna go really, really bold because I can't actually remember him that season. Or actually, I'm gonna go for 1. I feel like maybe they brought him out before that Bayern move.
Okay. McCubbs, you were in the Europa League. After using your super sub and much deliberation, you've gone with 1. And you can still complete the show.
Nice.
Jesus.
Cheers, Wayno. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow, absolute guesswork.
God,
there.
I think I'd have gone for 0, but that was because he had that like contract standoff. That was a really tough one. That was great drama, Diggs.
Pat, you're in the Premier League. You need to basically get everything right from here.
And McCubbs needs to get
Vicasso's
something
question.
wrong.
Which of these managers won the fewest European Cups?
Oh,
so Alex Ferguson, Bob Paisley, Zinedine Zidane or Carlo Ancelotti?
Okay, so Ferguson won. When you say European Cups, what are we talking here?
The European Cups and Champions Leagues.
Okay, right, okay. So Ferguson won 2. Ancelotti's won like, I don't know, 4 or some shit. Like, doesn't really matter. A few. Who's the other one? Zidane did a 3-peat. So Paisley, the question is how many did Paisley win? And Klopp's got one of those. Benitez has got another. I reckon Fagan and Shankly probably have a couple in there, right? So Paisley would have to have... Paisley could have 3. I'll just do a 50-50. Why not?
Okay, your 50-50 is Fergie or Ancelotti.
Okay, Fergie then. It was the fewest, right?
Yeah, the fewest European Cups. You've gone with A, Sir Alex Ferguson.
Fergie.
And the 50-50 was handy.
That was
Congrats.
a good 50-50.
That was a very helpful 50-50. It's like, is it the most decorated manager in the history of the European Cup, or is it another man?
It is good for those that say that, you know, the 50-50s are never handy. I think I was in a particularly generous mood when I wrote that one. Right, McCubbs, you're still on for the clean sweep. You've got 2 questions remaining and you've got 50-50 and clue. You're in a pretty good position. Your question comes in from It's Pilco. Which of these former players did Sunderland not sign from Man United? A. John O'Shea, B. Paddy McNair, C. Adnan Januzaj, or D. Darren Gibson?
And Adnan Januzaj did play for Sunderland at one point, didn't he? But I don't think it was from Did he go on loan there from somewhere else? Maybe 50-50 would be a good one. Let's go 50-50.
Okay, your 50-50 is Paddy McNair or Darren Gibson.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Paddy McNair went straight from United to Sunderland. Can't think of where he would have been in between. So yeah, I'm going to say, so which player did they not sign from United?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Darren Gibson.
Locked in D, Darren Gibson.
Yeah.
McCubbs, you were in the Champions League, and you'll get a chance to complete the show in the final. Good work. The clue was he was famously videoed drunk in a pub during his time at the club. Darren Gibson.
Yeah, probably. I don't know those kind of tidbits, to be honest. So,
yeah. So
Very
good use of the lifelines there.
That was a real great time in English football, wasn't it? Where players were constantly videoed absolutely paralytic.
Pat, the situation is you need to get this question right. McCubbs needs to get his wrong, and then it'll be a fastest finger first. So there's still a bit of drama in here.
All right.
Okay, your question comes from Zealand Cap, and it's in the Europa League.
Okay.
Who was the last non-top flight team to win the FA Cup? So the last side outside of the top tier. West Ham, Southampton, Sunderland, or Leicester? And you've got super sub.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna super sub somebody. The thing is, my instinct in these situations, if you're not available, Michael, is usually George Wright. Because George's brain is like an odd place, but the chances of some weird knowledge being stored in there somewhere are quite good.
Should we give George a call?
Yeah, you just always run the risk of him calling you like a fucking idiot because you don't know. But yeah, I think I'll go. I could try Joe. Joe often has this weird stuff up his sleeve.
He's back from holiday.
Oh, I could just hear George saying "fuck you" now. I don't know. I am going to try George though. I'll try George Wright.
Okay.
Hello?
George, it's the football pyramid time. Your favourite time of the week.
Yeah.
Right, you've got to help Pat out. He's got to get this question right in order to potentially draw with McCubbin, but he's up against it. The question is, who was the last non-top flight team, so a team outside the Premier League or previously Division 1, to win the FA Cup? West Ham, Southampton, Sunderland, or Leicester?
Jesus.
Take your time. It's a tough one.
What was the other options for West Ham?
West Ham, Southampton, Sunderland, or Leicester?
You know, like Leicester won it like 2 years ago. It could still be then, can't it? Cause
it could still be then because it's who won it when they were last outside of the Premier League or Division 1.
No, something saying West Ham or Leicester, but I honestly have no idea. It'll just be a guess.
Pat, what do you think? Did you hear that?
West Ham or Leicester, did he say?
That's kind of what he's thinking, but he said it would just be a guess.
Yeah, my instinct is probably West Ham. You know?
Do you want to go with that?
Yeah. Maybe.
You don't sound very sure. Are you locking it in?
I've got no option, Dukes. I've got to lock in something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pat,
let's go West Ham.
You were in the Europa League. You've called George. He's thought it could have been West Ham. You think it could be West Ham. You're going with West Ham. And you were both right.
Sick.
Good work.
There we go.
Top stuff.
What's a shout?
Cheers, George.
Is this something where like Pardew scored the goal or something?
I think it was in 1980. The clue was Trevor Brooking scored.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So it was that sort of era.
All right, got you.
Okay, that makes things interesting. We've got
Semi-interesting.
McCubbs for the win. He could complete the show and win the Football Pyramid Season 2. He's got a clue remaining. The question comes in. It's a difficult one. From @FPL Teferi. How many Eredivisie clubs have got a V in their name? 2, 3, 4, or 5? And can I clarify this is for the 22-23 season?
The new season.
For the new season.
I really should have looked at who's come up from the Eredivisie before the show.
Regrets, eh?
Yeah, big regrets. That's always something that I look at. So there's is VVV Venlo. That's that's the classic. If they're still in the Eredivisie, just a V anywhere in the name. So PSV
Anywhere in the name, yeah.
Anywhere in the name. PSV, Venlo, Vitesse, Arnhem. So there's 3. Okay, so for now, I think my educated guess would be 3. I've got a clue, right? So I'll use that. I don't know whether that will be of use, but yeah, let's throw the clue at me.
Okay, the clue is very handy in this example. It's one of them is Heronveen.
Okay, great. Okay, so there you go.
God, that is a good one.
That is a really handy clue. Yeah. Everyone criticising the lifelines for years on this show.
It's a somewhat handy clue.
Yeah. The clues. To be fair, the lifelines have been as good as they've ever been today.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
Who else is in there?
For the final. So
RZ, Ajax, no. Groningen.
Anyway, let's just go for 4.
You're locking that in?
Yeah.
This is elite quizzing, by the way.
McCubbs. This to complete the show. How many Eredivisie clubs have got a V in their name? You've gone with 4. And what a way to finish the series. He's completed the show. The odds were against him. I gave Pat a little bit of accidental help.
Shut up.
But it doesn't matter.
Christ.
He has completed the show. 8 questions out of 8 in the final. McCubbs, what a achievement. You must be delighted.
Yeah, really delighted. That was there was some, especially the last few questions there. They were pretty tough. So yeah, I'm glad about it. Great final, well fought, Pat. Yeah.
Happy days. Congrats to you.
Congrats.
Pat, I mean, you came up against a man who went 8 out of 8. There's not much you can do in those scenarios.
Yeah, the best case scenario here was keeping pace with McCubbin and then hoping I could nick it at the death. But this is a man. This is what peak physical performance looks like, Doogie. So peak quizzical performance.
Nice.
Yeah, so you've got to thank you. So some days your best isn't good enough.
Absolutely, and this was one of them. But I hope the Football Pyramid has been good enough for you this series, guys. That's the end of it for this series. Who knows whether it will be back in the future. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for contributing your questions on Twitter and Instagram. Please stop sending me DMs because I don't need them anymore. But that is it for Series 2. Please go and watch yesterday's Continental Club and go check out everything else that's in the Football Daily universe that we put out this week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
Yes, you dirty dogs, and welcome back to Stat Hall.